The judgment has come in. This guy deserves to be chucked off a cliff, so be gone. Why did we chuck him off the cliff? Find out in this video. Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to finish up these scenarios in the Utah Race Week scenario pack, and we're going to start with Rally Bash. Yeah, we're kind of going out of order. It doesn't matter. The description for this one actually tells you to drive dirty and fight. So that is exactly what we'll do. Last time all the races I'm trying to drive relatively reasonable. Not this time. We're just gonna crash into everybody just because they exist. Like, how dare you exist, pickup truck? I am gonna wreck you, and apparently I'm gonna actually wreck every single car in the race in the very first corner. All right, come on, guys. You can catch up now. We can't just have the race over already. You gotta catch up so I can keep on crashing. Here we go, SUV man. Go ahead and do that overtake. That is fine by me. It just makes it even easier for me to line up the takedown. Alignment is set. All we need to do now is wait until a corner hits, and when he slows down, he is gone. Goodbye, SUV. Smash into those rocks, or those rocks. Not the rocks I expected, but I am perfectly happy with that. Is he going to keep on driving? He's all over the place, but he's still going somehow. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and let them catch up, and then more derby time. So now we got a Corvette here who is actually trying to take me out. Bad news, Corvette. I got well over 1,000 pounds on you probably, so you can't do nothing to me. I can easily just push you into this rock. And actually, genuine question, are they stuck in that situation, or are they smart enough to back up? Ooh, they do back up. I'm actually kind of impressed about that. All right, we gotta go catch that SUV though. He is now leaving me behind, and I am all over the place. Just stay on the road, get under control, and go, go, go. We're a third of the way through the race, so hopefully I can catch him, crash him, and then wait around a little more to crash a few more people. Here he is, going nice and slow for the easy crash. Bad news is that crash probably did more damage to my car than theirs. They just have a small bump in their rear. My whole hood is messed up, and I'm sliding all over the place, taking out the Corvette kind of accidentally. And then also he straightened me out, so win-win, I guess, for me with the Corvette. Lose for me with the SUV, who is still here going fast. Oh, he is hitting me now. Who do you think you are? I am the one who does the hits, okay? And you are lucky I did not manage to spin you out there, but I am going to really take you out. Just you wait. Oh, he's going to take himself out. I didn't do that. Okay, well, works for me. Hey, Corvette, what are you doing? Stop. No, that is a takeout. Spun him out right into the trees. Oh! Ooh, look at you go, Romer. You still want some more, huh? All right, you know what? Oh, it's on now. It's really on now. Go ahead, pass me. I dare you. Where'd you go, Romer? Who hit me, actually? Was it him? Okay, everybody's hitting me now. This has turned into a difficult situation, which thankfully I just easily escaped from. I thought they were going to crush me or something, then they just gave up. All right, so car in front of me, he kind of just wrecked himself in the water, but we got to get that impact in just to make sure they know I am the boss, because I had the police car. And apparently, the rest of the AI is not here. Like, I'm driving really slow waiting for them. Where are they? All right, there's a Corvette. Come on, Corvette. Come on, Corvette. Block ya. Ha! With your front-wheel drive, that's bad for you and okay for me, because I got a big, fat bumper on my car. Oh, come on. Take him out right there. Bye. Bye. Oh, don't block me, though. Okay, get out the way. You know what? I'm done with you. Now my goal is just win the race because I can literally see the finish line from here. So go through there, and then let's do a little bit of a risky maneuver through the cheater area. And, ooh, we have popped all the tires, but the shortcut worked for a success. With a time of 3 minutes and 31 seconds, we have $3,700. But here's the more interesting thing. What are the AI going to do? They're just going to crash right into me. Okay. Hey, look, there's another car coming. All right, other AI, are you going to help crush the Corvette? I know it's a very, very slow crush, but he's going to do it like, little hit. All right, more cars are coming. I'm just going to keep waiting. Watch the cars piling up. Here comes a truck, and boom. Is that everybody? All right, looks like that's everybody, so I'm going to let them get through. And I want to see where are they going to drive, because they should still drive after this, right? They're just going to kind of pile up right there. All right, that's kind of weird. Oh, wait, we got another car coming in. That is the Romer. How could I have forgotten about him? Well, actually, I just assumed he was stuck. But here he comes, and what are they doing? They're driving behind the building? Oh, I got to see, what in the world are they doing? Okay, the Romer's just going to go along. I'm just going to follow him, seeing what they're doing, Very close corner, losing some exhaust or something. And then there's just a pile of cars here. Okay then, AI. I have no idea what that guy's driving back the other direction. Oh, whatever. You guys are whacked. All right, so let's go ahead and head to the next race. And we'll try to do it in kind of an order, but not really. So we're going to go to Novice Sprint. Yes, we're doing a novice race, even though at race 6 out of 10, because I really didn't have any specific order that I was doing the races in. It was just basically whichever one I felt like clicking, and I would be like, yeah, that race is probably fine. So there's the first enemy dead ahead. Let's go ahead and take him out like so. Wait a minute. No. Guys, I'm still into derby mode. I gotta get out of derby mode and start driving safe, because this is no longer a derby. I'm supposed to be doing an actual race. You just get into that crashing mindset, and it's hard to escape from it. It's probably going to take me at least 4 more races to escape from it, which is conveniently how many races are left. But wow, what was the transmission doing right there? It took all day to get going. But the actual description for this race says, the Sunburst Lovers Club is challenging you to a friendly race. Yeah, it's a friendly race, and I go and wreck him. What is wrong with me? They may be novices to this style of racing, but they'll do their best. So I'm going and taking down a novice driver just having a friendly race. Ooh, making me feel bad. Drift along the river trails and go all out along the asphalt roads until the major highway. Avoid the jutting rocks by the river trails. So nothing about this gave me any reason at all to drive the way I did. I just feel like an absolute awful person. I almost want to restart, but at this point, the damage is done. Everybody's seen me destroy that per sunburst, and there's no hiding it. So we just have to accept the fact that I made a mistake, and let's just finish this race in first place, hopefully. We're at 6 out of 9, 7 out of 9 on the checkpoints, and it looks like just 2 cars in front of me. Trying to pass them actually cleanly. So just the yellow car left. Ooh, getting close to being rear-ended a bit, but he is an actual respectful driver, unlike me. And oh, the finish line is farther away than where I was expecting. I expected it to be like right around the gas station, because that's where it was for another race, but this one keeps going for a little bit longer, all the way to that corner. And can we go flat out through this and just wreck my car at the finish line? I hope we can. Oh, this is gonna work as long as we make it through. Yes. Do you know how much time I saved on that corner? Probably not that much, but you know what? Who cares? It was interesting to watch as I wrecked myself. So now, let's go ahead and take a look at the damage to my vehicle. Definitely not driving after that. And I noticed only 2 cars made it through the finish line, so there's the guy I wrecked. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We must move on, though. Time for the next race, which is called Minecrafts. Not Minecraft. There's an S at the end. And we actually start inside of a mine shaft, and it's so dark, it's a little bit hard to tell what I'm driving. I think it's a Pessima. Yeah, that's definitely a Pessima we're driving. And it looks like maybe even the car in front of us is also a Pessima. Let's go, Team Pessima! Oh, that blue car might also be a Pessima as well, but the green Sunburst is completely wrecking him. Okay, you know what? This is now us versus them. Pessimas versus, I think that's another Sunburst up there. So what I want to have happen here is I want the Pessimas to come in first, second, and third place. And then the Sunburst, if they finish, great. If they don't finish, I don't care. They are rude, disrespectful drivers who deserve to be wrecked. You see those rocks? Why don't you take a real close look at them? Ooh, I'm going to take a close look too, but with hopefully no damage to my vehicle. So I'm just going to sneak out, and it should be the 2 cars that are behind me are both of the Pessimas. I'll take a look at that corner up there, because it looks like it's a real tight corner, which is perfect for taking a look back behind us as we're driving. So do a little 180 and then do a quick peek. Where is the cars behind me? I don't really see them. What's going on, Pessimas? There's one of you. Okay, they're both there. Excellent. Team Pessima. Sunbursts, they're way back. I think we already got this in the bag. All I gotta do is drive to the finish and cross my fingers that both of the AIs behind me will also do the same. Although with them being such bad drivers, I will not be surprised if they crash into each other, crash into a rock, or just crash into nothing and drive right off of the road. Okay, maybe not that last one. They seem to do a pretty good job of actually staying on the road unless they get interfered with. So there is the final checkpoint off in the distance. You can just barely see it. So let me tell you about this race. From the abandoned mine to the well-crafted campsite, That's a bit of a stretch, but it'll do. This course has mixed terrain with a few tricky points to make things unsteady. Have fun. Alright, tricky points. Guys, Team Pessima, watch out for tricky points. Team Sunburst, yeah, you can just go and crash into tricky points. I don't know which points they're actually talking about because nothing felt too tricky to me. Maybe the bridge? That was the only thing I could think of, but there's the finish line. Okay, this is a tricky finish. I kind of overshot it because I didn't expect it to be like that. I didn't want to crash my car because I want it to be intact just in case I need to wreck a Sunburst to make sure Pessimas get spots 2 and 3. So there's the time, and then are those Sunbursts or Pessimas? Those are my Pessimas. They look like they're crashing into each other just a little bit. You guys, can't you get along? We're all on the same dang team. All right, what are the other cars doing? So there's one of the Sunbursts going 20 miles per hour. And then where is the other one? He has crashed in the rocks that I put him into. He can't reverse out. He just doesn't have the traction, but he's smart enough to try to use reverse at least. So now let's go ahead and go to the next scenario. This one is called River Run. And for this one, we got a hopper with a pretty nice color on it. Ahead of us, we got a truck, a bigger truck, a smaller truck, SUV, and then maybe another SUV. It's kind of hard to tell because they are very small up there in the front. Just gonna do a nice clean overtake on that truck. Very, very good there. Ooh, you are spinning him out, man. That is not cool. Oh, what? I just got sandwiched between 2 trucks and now they really just keep smushing me. Wow, okay. I'm kind of free, I guess. Can I even drive after? What? This has to be a joke. Completely decimated my vehicle. So let's try this again. I really feel like that was bad luck, so I'm not going to change my approach. I'm still going to pass the truck on the very first corner, and then all I got to do is drive a little bit faster so I can get through the destruction caused by the trucks ahead of him. So just like before. Perfect. He's going to spin him out, or not. He's spinning him out differently. Either way, you should not be spinning people out. Stop doing that. Hey, the other truck helped me out there. So now everything is fair. Those who create the crashes have been crashed into by me personally, which means technically somebody could come after me, but I'm the law. You can't come after me. Nice little overtake there. Ooh, getting a little sideways. What are the AI doing up there? Are you gonna wreck the fire chief? That looks like a fire chief you're trying to wreck, my man. Don't do it. Don't. He's doing it. Don't wreck him. Stop it. Bad blue SUV. Let the fire chief go ahead. The fire chief. Okay, he just spun him out. Well, I tried to help. I really did. Oh, and now it's just chaos with me, of course, getting the worst of the damage. I got the suspension damage. All of them just got a little body damage, I think. Can I still drive? Yeah, it ain't pretty, but we can keep going. How's the traffic behind me? They're doing pretty badly, but I'm doing worse. I need to pay attention to where I'm going. If I try to look behind me, this crooked driving car will spin me out, won't it? Oh, no. Don't hit me. I'm going as fast as I can. Stop it. Everybody's hitting me. If I win this race, it is by pure skill because this car, oh, man, it does not handle good right now. And I got to pass 3 cars that are all in front of me. This is not going to be easy. What are you doing? Well, really? The body of the car is going to come off of the frame, I'm pretty sure, at this point. Because it is, like, already half off. And, yep, there it goes. Those 2 guys have just crashed into each other, so they're stopped. So that means I can actually kind of just drive past them, and I might be able to win this. Because I think everybody is stuck. There's still one more truck way in the back. He's the only one I have to worry about. But hopefully he'll hit the SUVs that are stuck, and then he'll just add to the pile so I can just slowly crawl this frame to the finish line. Thankfully, we are at checkpoint 8 out of 10 right now. But you saw, just going over those rocks that were kind of in the road, that was not easy. And now we got to go through the water. Can we go through the water? Okay, well, we're going a little bit sideways. The main thing is I did not want to drown the engine, so we're going okay. The engine is still dry. Just got to back it up. Come on, transmission. What do you mean that's the end of the run? Dude, I'm still racing here. Just because the transmission refused to go in reverse doesn't mean the vehicle is dead. This thing is going to push to the finish line and win, even if the game itself is telling me it's over. Because it ain't over until I say so. And I say the race ends when we get to the finish line. I don't care how beat up this car is, it's gonna make it there. Hopefully, it's easy to figure out which way is actually to the finish line. I'm just following the general path. I believe there are only 2 checkpoints left, and by now we probably hit one of them, so there should only be 1 checkpoint left, which would be the finish line. So I'm just looking for anything that looks like a finish line. And if I don't see it when I get up onto the road, that's where things will get a little concerning, because I don't know if I'll need to go to the left or the right. But there we go. There's the finish line. Game, you said, oh, that car is dead. I said, watch me win it with that thing. How's everybody else doing? So that truck's gone. The SUVs are slowly moving. That truck's slowly moving as well. He is stuck. Oh, that's actually the truck that's pushing him along. So yeah, just damage everywhere, chaos happening. I won, but it doesn't count it as a win, and I want to get the win counted. So I'm reloading the map, and we're going to try this one more time. This time, my only focus is to make sure my car doesn't get completely destroyed down to the frame. As long as we can keep the body on it, that's an overall improvement. So again, same strategy. We're passing the truck nice and easy. I noticed actually the grid order is a little bit different, but still the big black truck is out here causing chaos, spinning out. I just barely got that checkpoint trying to overtake these guys while I'm in the dirt, because I don't want to get damaged. I'm going to drive in the dirt a little bit if that means I don't make contact with the bigger trucks, because they can easily damage me. I'm in a lightweight hopper. That dude's in a 3-ton pickup truck, you know? All right, so 2 cars in front of me. We could probably pass them right on the water, I would say, but I'm taking it nice and easy. They're going to spin out or something, aren't they? Okay, well, there's a pass. What are you doing? Goodbye. You two can crash. I don't care. And now I just got to cruise to the finish line without missing. Oh, goodness. What have I done here? Okay, we're going to do a little maneuver to get that checkpoint and continue along. Don't know what happened to the other car. There were 2 of them stuck together. I guess the other guy just spun out in the water and gave up. So we just got the fire chief ahead of us. Shouldn't be that hard to catch up to him and overtake him. Just gotta wait for the right opportunity. And I see his truck is leaning hard to the left, and he's driving hard to the left. He's gonna wreck himself, isn't he? Yep, there he goes. Of course. Of course, the way they crash, it makes it where I crash into them. That is a little bit annoying. But we're in first place. Just gotta drive to the finish line, which is always the best situation to go and talk about this scenario. So it says, toward the river and get wet in this exciting event. You're driving a sport hopper, and a horde of D-Series and roamers will try to block your way to the lead. Keep a cool head and get ahead. Ironically, I never really felt like they were blocking me that much. Maybe on that very first corner where I had to do a double wide overtake. Otherwise, though, it was pretty easy overtakes. Okay, here comes the tricky part. The water that got me last time. So I'm trying to stay more centered, and we're through it so easy, so clean. It probably helps that the body's attached actually in that situation, because it adds a lot more weight to the vehicle, so it makes it easier to push through the water. The other one was so lightweight, hit the water, just kind of deflected off of it and flew all over the place. And we're at checkpoint 9 out of 10, so the finish line is just ahead. Don't you do this to me. How far behind are they? Oh, they are there. Come on, Hopper. Full power. Get to that finish line before you get wrecked, because they will just wreck right into me. A little bit of a shortcut, There's a rock right there. I cleared it. Get that finish. Get that finish. Okay. Woo! That was a little bit harder than I expected, but hey, you got $5,000 at least. Any other achievements? Let's see. Nope, that's it. So how's everybody else doing? Truck, I'm going to hit you a little bit. Haha! That did nothing. Oh, I lost the wheel. That's my spare wheel, so that's okay. That guy's driving fine. He just got stopped. I don't know why he stopped. He is stuck on a fender or something. What are you doing? He's just driving very, very slowly. I like looking at the cars after the race and seeing what they're doing. So now we're going to go to the final scenario, which is called Yeller Ridge. And once again, the Pessima is going to be showing up for this race. And right ahead of me, that looks like an evil clone. He's the exact same color as me, but he's not a Pessima. That is a Legrand, or in English, the Grand. So let's just go ahead and take out my evil clone. The color is actually a little bit different than mine, but it's too similar. Evil clone, destroyed. Oh, me, also kind of destroyed off the course. All right, good news is I don't think there's damage to the vehicle if we can get back on the road and keep on driving, which we just did. How far ahead are they? Probably about 10 seconds. I think I can get that, though. Although coming up is one of the corners I always overshoot. So we gotta make sure we take it extra slow. There we go. There's just something about this corner. It doesn't really look that tight, but it is. And then you're gonna overshoot and fly off the road. It's actually this whole road I have a bad habit of not braking enough. All the corners just suspiciously tight. Here's another one. Gotta make sure we slow down enough. Oh, that is perfect. Just cutting through the dirt to save as much time as we possibly can, but then sliding on the dirt to lose the time we just saved. Oh look, somebody has spun out, and it wasn't me this time. Goodbye, yellow car. I don't have time to deal with you because I gotta get to the people who are in first. Although apparently they aren't doing very well. They've crashed into each other and he's just pushing him along, so there we go. I'm in first place with 5 out of 16, well, 6 out of 16 of the checkpoints. So now we can just go ahead and cruise to the, wait a minute. There is a car way up ahead of us. So I gotta keep on driving. Hopefully they're not actually driving good, and I have to drive good too because that's not a situation I wanna be in. And this car is pulling a little bit to the left, so let's do a little fix by bumping the wall. Does that help? I have no idea. Sometimes I have a dumb idea that usually doesn't work, but maybe it worked a little bit. Like it might pull a little bit less to the left, ever so slightly, or more than likely I'm just imagining it because boy would that be cool if it actually worked. And that car ahead of me, I don't know if I'm actually gaining on him. I still have yet to have a clear sight on them. I don't even know what car they're driving for sure. All I know is it looked like it was bluish. That's all I could tell you. There's also the chance that they just flew off the road and I didn't notice. Like they fell off the cliff right over there to the right and I'm actually in the lead. That is one thing that would actually be nice for this mod, is something that tells you, hey, the car ahead of you is this far ahead or you're in this position. Oh, there they are. All right, we actually are gaining on them a little bit. So keep on pushing it. Gonna get that first place finish just like always. And then we are done with this scenario. And uh-oh, car, don't do this, don't do this. Ugh. Did you really have to do that? Like for some reason it just pulled hard to the left and it would not steer to the right. I knew it was gonna crash. I couldn't even slow down enough to stop the crash. So it's pulling worse to the left now. I can manage. We are still gaining on them even with my massively beat up car. That is one thing I'm jealous about. Seems like a lot of the time I'm over here trying to fight for first place with a car that is falling apart. And the guy in first, he was in first the whole time. He's just been cruising this whole time. Nobody's touched him. This car doesn't have a scratch. And look at this dude. He has a legit track car on the road. Is that even street legal, my man? I don't think that's street legal. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of the law. And since he's not gonna come to a stop on his own, I gotta be the one that makes him come to a stop. And if I was to do that dumb thing where I had a random clip at the start of the video, I would be like, the judgment has come in. This guy deserves to be chucked off a cliff, so be gone. Why did we chuck him off the cliff? Find out in this video. Was his car actually street legal in any way? It depends on your state. In most locations though, if you have a roll cage in the car, it's not going to be street legal. Anyways, we're now in first place, so it's time to cruise to the finish line and let me tell you about the race we just did. So you want to call it a day after a long day of racing, but you run into a gang of hot-headed racers from a neighboring state. Great. Show them who's boss on this long and tricky course. Stay focused. Dang out-of-staters. This is Utah. And if you ain't in Utah, you need to get the heck out of Utah or something like that. I don't really know why you would be angry at somebody based on what state they came from, but the game told me to be angry about it, so I am furious. Actually, I really can't care at all. I see my finish line though. This one's actually a surprisingly long race. It's going to take me almost 5 minutes to do the whole thing. And this is the last race in the Utah Race Week. Quite a nice little fun scenario pack. And I bet you we're going to get some achievements for this one. Yep. Complete every race at least once. Check. Anything else you got to show me, game? Win every race at least once. You're the best. Well, thank you very much. That sure is kind of you. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Oh, last thing I think. Win any 10 races. Well done. You're so kind. Thank you, achievements. I like it when the game actually makes it feel like I accomplished something instead of just driving around pointlessly. So anyways, there's my car. Does it drive? Sort of a little bit. What I probably should show you actually is what the menus look like. So here's what the menu looks like when you actually open it up all the way, and this is why I couldn't show you the start screens of the scenarios, because my capture software would only record this for some reason. It's not the mod's fault, it's just the way I have the capture software set up, and I just figured out, you know what? It's easier just to deal with it like this. So we have settings, so we could actually change the color of my car to whatever I want if I wanted to, and then more interestingly is you could change the AI difficulty from easy to normal. I definitely wouldn't mind somehow having a hard mode though, because nothing felt that terribly difficult most of the time. We also got stats, which tells you how many times you've won and finished each race, the time per race, and then the total time of all the races combined. We have the achievements, so it tells you what achievements you've done and what achievements you have yet to accomplish. And you see there are 3 of them I did not accomplish, unfortunately. And then last, you have a couple of buttons to reset your stats and reset your achievements if you wanted to do this scenario all over again. So anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Until next time, this has been WhyBeAre, and remember, if you like or dislike this video, I will know. I can tell by how many times I get angry and destroy the AI in a race. So do the right thing, and I'll see you next time.